Alright, so today we have the unboxing for this beautiful HP NV 360. Uh, this actually is my second unboxing because the previous one that I received had a hardware malfunction, which I'm going to discuss in a minute. But let's quickly take the laptop out and keep this aside for a moment. And as you can see, this is some paperwork, and this is a power brick charge, and this is the MPP2 stylus or pen or whatever you want to call it. So since I had the previous laptop also, which I was able to use it for like a couple of weeks, I'm also going to include a small review along with the unboxing. Right, if I can get this. Alright, so finally. So as I just mentioned, the first laptop that I had a hardware malfunction where whenever I used the wireless mouse, it worked just for like 10 seconds and then the power goes out. So apparently when they did the diagnostic, they found out that the USB port had a power outage or power failure. So as you can see clearly, not a very good first experience with HP. And they sent me this replacement that I just received actually today morning. And again, I went with the same laptop again because from the price point, this was costing me like less than $600 including tax. So because I work in the medical field, I was able to get a little discount. And again, again going with the processor, this has a AMD Ryzen 5500U, and this one outperforms even Intel i7 in certain departments. So that's the reason I was more inclined to go with the same one. And again, talking about the color, as I mentioned in my previous video, that I would have preferred the natural silver color, as it looks more elegant even though it's more common. But I'm not saying that I don't like this color, but again, the only issue with this color is, as you can see, the fingerprint. But other than that, it really looks nice. And the previous one that I used for like 2 weeks, I mean, within a week you will see all the fingerprint smudges and on the keyboard and on the trackpad. So based on my purchasing experience, I just want to mention that if you are buying directly from the HP website, you may end up getting a good deal. But the thing with their 30-day return policy is that, like say in this case, it was a clear hardware malfunction. That's why I was able to get the full refund and a replacement. But if it is for any other common issue, whereas you don't like the color or you're something that you just don't want it, or you want to return it, 99.9% you will end up paying the 15% restocking fee. So people who are generally buying during like the Thanksgiving time and stuff, holiday, the holiday deals keep changing. So if you purchase one and then next day you decide that, hey, I don't want this and I found a better deal, you will not be easily able to cancel the previous one. And if they end up shipping it, even though you don't want it, you will still end up paying the restocking fee. That's how my experience has been. But unlike if you buy it from, like, let's say Costco or Walmart or Best Buy, anything, they have like a 30-day return policy, so you can just return it, no questions asked. So that's a good thing about it. Again, one other thing that I want to mention, that the price of this laptop on the HP website, on the Best Buy website, is like around 820 plus tax, so basically around 900. So from the price point, I was really getting a very good deal. So again, I stuck with this one, and I'm hoping that this time around there will not be any hardware problem or anything as such. So let's quickly do the one hand opening, which I really don't care about, but let's see. All right, so there you go. And again, I'm opening it to this angle because I don't want my reflections to be seen. And HP Spectre is their high-end model, and if I compare quickly between the HP Envy and the HP Spectre, in my personal opinion, I really don't like the gem cut. And for the price that you are paying, I would definitely pick the HP Envy, because you get a lot of laptop, a better value for your money buying the HP Envy as compared to the HP Spectre. But that is just my personal opinion. Anyway, again, so as you can see, this is a all metal built design, and the deck here is also of aluminum. The keyboard, the keys that I noticed is all plasticky and mushy, so I don't think I really like that much. Another thing that I noticed was this the key is actually deviated to this side. So from based on my previous laptop that I was using, I could really feel the difference that it is apart like one key. So when you're playing the game, for example, like this ASDF key, you will notice that you're not able to really, ergonomically is not really well settled in my opinion. And again, as I mentioned about the trackpad, like within 1 week, it's going to get all dirty. So, but however, I mean, I do like this color. I'm not saying that it's not it's not a good color or so. Anyway, what else can I quickly mention? Yes, as you can see, this is AMD Ryzen 500 with a 5500U processor with a 215-nit display. I would have preferred the 400-nit display, but in this configuration I was only able to get the 250-nit one. But in some reviews, I have noticed that some people complaining about the display. But let me quickly tell you that even though it is a 250-nit display, based on my 2-week experience, I really found that to be, not bad at all. I mean, for video content and playing games and stuff like that, I felt like it does the business. It does well. And some people mention about that it doesn't work in the outside lighting or like going onto the beach. Well, if I'm going onto the beach, I'm not going there to use the laptop. And even our phone screens, they are made of IPS panels. So even when using the phone outside in the sun, it's quite difficult. So when you are going out, you're not going there to use the laptop particularly. So indoor settings, I think this laptop works very well. I had no issue with the lighting or the screen being dim or anything like that. I used to keep it at around 80 to 85% of the brightness. So if I'm using it around 80%, then I don't think I should really be complaining about not having a 400 nit, because if I'm not using it at 100%, then what's the point of having a 400 nit? However, the 400 nit comes with a better color gamut, so that's a plus point. This one, you will see as the colors are slightly muted, but I don't think you will really be able to tell the difference. Maybe the content creators, for them, the 100% sRGB or the 72% NTSC would be a better choice. But again, from my day-to-day use, the reason that I purchased a laptop was basically, the internet, daily net surfing, YouTube, Netflix, and some light gaming. The only games mostly I play is the Mortal Kombat 5, the Asphalt 9, and stuff like that. And what else? I'm speaking fast to make sure that the video is not that long. So, again, talking about the pen latency is good. I don't really have much use of it, but the only use personally I can think of it is because I like calligraphy. So that is one thing that I can use to the practice. So let's quickly see if this has any power. Alright, I guess yeah, it's turning up. And another thing that this has 3 speakers by Bang & Olufsen, and actually the speakers are manufactured by Realtek, but it is audio tuned by Bang & Olufsen. So that's what it is. It's just like the Lenovo laptop, they have a Dolby Atmos, and the experience that I have so far is the speakers are good. It can fill a small room, and they are pretty loud. Yeah, and like I said, the only issue that I had with is actually, let's quickly go over the ports. So as you can see, this is the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. This is the HDMI port. This is the USB Type A, and this is a USB Type C, which is also can
using a screen reader.
use
Turn on
as
narrator
a
by pressing Windows
charger
Control
also.
Enter. For more accessibility features, press
And
Windows
again, what you'll
plus
see,
U,
you
or
can see a
select
full
the
size SD card
accessibility
reader
icon
and
in
another
the bottom
USB
corner.
port and the barrel port charging, and this is the USB port that went bad on me. And another thing, you know, that I'm not a fan about is that this laptop has a Realtek Wi-Fi card, you know, even though it's a Wi-Fi card 6, but I would have preferred the Intel Wi-Fi, you know. But I guess you cannot get everything in one, and also on the price point that you want. Um, so again, you know, as you can see the screen brightness, let me quickly turn it all the way up. So maybe this is on a white background, that's why. But if you're watching any YouTube videos, you know, I can definitely tell you that the screen is very good. It's not going to you know, have any it's not going to give you any problem. So again, the video is quite long already, so yeah, this was my small unboxing uh, and the review, I guess. And again, so one last thing is, this one comes with the AMD Ryzen 5500U processor, and with the 250 nit display, 8 GB RAM, and 256 gig the SSD. And again, this color only, if you are picking a Ryzen variant, then only you will be able to get this nightfall color. You won't be able to get a silver one. So yeah, that is my small unboxing and a quick review. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.